Welcome back to the Brothers Gin podcast. I'm Nick.
And I'm Matt.
And today we're going to be talking about, what was the movie?
Shelby Oaks.
Shelby Oaks. So I didn't watch it. You did.
Yes. So I'll be explaining the movie, but I know you did a little research about the director and
the director was a YouTuber before he did his directorial debut of Shelby Oaks.
This is his debut with Shelby Oaks.
Yeah, so I knew him a little bit with his reviews, but I didn't see the movie. So this should be a good one.
Let's go. Let's take a shot of, instead of gin, we'll switch it up with some moonshine.
Yeah, so we're doing, let me turn it so you can see the thing. Old Smoky Moonshine. All right, cheers.
Cheers. Actually, not that bad.
I'm keeping. I stupidly kept it in my mouth and chewed all the because there's what's in it? Peaches?
No, these are like
mandarins.
like tangerines or mandarins. Yeah, mandarins.
These little mandarins.
Mandarins.
I can't speak. He got me already.
Already. It's moonshine.
There's little bits of mandarin in there, and I was chewing on it, and I just kept it in my mouth, and
you might not see, but
feel it.
I took some of the mandarins out, and we'll just be
snacking on them as you go. So if you see. All right, so Shelby Oaks. Matt has discovered the buttons on our pad over here and now, so if you hear random sounds throughout this whole podcast, it's Matt randomly pressing it.
So when I tell a funny joke.
And the thing is, while recording, only Matt can hear them. So
yeah, I can't either. I don't have the microphone.
So if I ever look at the camera, that's how you know.
That's how I'll know. So, okay.
Okay, so let's get right into it then.
Shelby Oaks. So give me actually a summary of it first, if you can.
Okay. Basically, this story, it starts off really different than all of the horror movies that we've watched and all the horror movies we talked about. I don't know about you, but are you a big fan of like true crime documentaries?
I watch them on YouTube. So basically, on YouTube, I watch all the like body camera footage of the cops, and they put it together, and that's all I know. Not true crime, if it's a thing.
So it's more of like a 2020 type where it's a case that they're talking about, like a missing person, and they'll feed information in the timeline of how it happened. So instead of giving you the overview, it's, well, this happened, and then these texts come in, and then they'll see like this stuff. Basically, it's a horror movie that starts off like a true crime documentary.
Shelby Oaks.
Shelby Oaks, yes.
Oh, okay.
The movie. So it starts off no storytelling in the traditional movie sense.
Like, it literally starts off with like a location, like the date and the location, like how a documentary would start, like this town at this time.
Yes, and then there goes into one-on-one interviews like you would see in a true crime documentary. So like the chief of police is there, and they have a one-on-one interview saying like, well, when we found the footage and things like that, and then it will show the footage and like show pictures. Like it's edited like a true crime documentary.
It's their way of making it like reality, basically, because like how else are you going to show this and make it real?
It's like it's like a mockumentary, but not like comedy. It's like a horror mockumentary.
No,
for the first like 45 minutes.
What happens after the first 45 minutes?
So yeah, so it starts off with this mockumentary of horror about this how do you say it?
Like paranormal investigation
investigating group that was on YouTube called the Paranormal Paranoids.
Okay, so it's like
an interesting name.
It's a fake paranormal group that goes around and hunts ghosts.
So
like you would say.
Yes, it's a fake group, but in the movie, it's a real group. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm going to be in the universe.
Okay, so in the universe, it's another YouTube group that's going out, and now they're exploring Shelby Oaks.
Yeah. So, So first, it starts off with one of the sisters, who's a main character. Her name is Riley. She's one of the main investigators on the Paranormal Paranoids. It's like she's kind of not clairvoyant, but sensitive. In the movie, you see her. She has these nightmares when she was younger about things that have happened in the future.
I believe some of the locations they visit, she like when she gets there, she's like, I had a dream about this when I was a kid. So it's like almost like seeing the future.
Her things are foreshadowing what she's gonna do.
There's one scene where she's talking to the like producer of the show or the cameraman, and she says like, I've seen this before. I've had this dream. And he's like a nightmare? Like you dreamed about it again? He's like, she's like, when I was 13, I had this dream.
Yeah, not like just before, because I knew I was coming here.
No, like before, like the whole thing. And then she sees like gruesome things, and she draws all of them. And that's the stuff you see in the movie. You see all of her drawings. That's a part of the mockumentary where you see her drawings, and then you see the locations where they've been, things like that. So it's like a cool thing. As you're watching the movie, you're like, that was her dream. Like I saw that scene in a picture
she drew as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really cool.
And that's the first 35 minutes.
Yeah, just to throw in also, I thought this was really cool. It's like a documentary, and like in true crime documentaries, it's pretty common to get like news clips or like clips from social media. And since this was a YouTube guy, it seemed like it was really cool because he incorporated YouTube. Like, for example, while we were watching it, the YouTube channel Chills was featured. So it's like the documentary is showing a video from the YouTube channel Chills about this situation.
Reality.
Yeah. So
that's really cool.
Okay, let's get into the story though, because we haven't really explained the story. We just explained the group. The story is, it starts off with the mockumentary because the sister Riley goes missing.
They all go missing.
No, the sister Riley goes missing. Sorry to just say no like that. That was rude. They all go missing. Yes, like a true crime documentary. It's telling it in the thing. So they all go missing. Then you hear the police. You hear the 911 call where it's like 911. What's your emergency?
Oh, you
and
hear
it's showing up on screen with like the little voice things.
That's cool.
It's cool. And then they go.
Every aspect is to make it real.
Yeah. In the movie theater, I was so intrigued. And I know you watched the Penguin Z0 video about it.
Yeah, his
and
review.
He's saying the first 35 minutes were so intriguing. It's like, because it's set up like a true crime documentary. You're watching and
you
you're
really
like,
kind of started to forget like this is a fake movie. It like really felt like this is a documentary, and like we're learning the story.
It drew you in a way. That's good. Okay.
Because if I'm watching a movie,
every movie wants to do that.
Yeah. When you try to draw me in, there's a lot of exposition, or you're showing me things, and I'm like, all right, I'm setting up this fake story in my head. Whereas this one felt like they were telling a story like it was a true crime documentary, where I'm like, okay, so this really happened, and there's stuff like that. So
yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that big of a horror fan, so I find like the prelude to a lot of horror movies is kind of boring. Yeah. It's like, we know this is a scary movie, we know there's ghosts in it. Just get to the ghosts. Like, why do we have to set up the whole background? Like, just get to it. Where this, since it was setting up like a mystery, like having that documentary element, it was really like, oh, like what is going on? Like, especially all the promo is kind of just like, where is Riley? Like, it doesn't give you that much in the promo.
Yeah, in the beginning, it's set up like real life. Like they don't show anything scary. So basically, again, story, no sidetracking. They go missing. The last place they were looking was Shelby Oaks. People then go look for them there. They find 3 of the 4 people in that Paranormal Paranoids murdered.
Okay.
Like brutally. Like they blurred it like you would in a true crime documentary.
Yeah.
So the movie itself, Shelby Oaks, wasn't using it as a gore factor, but it worked so effectively. Because like a true crime, they blurred it. So it's sort of like left up to the imagination.
You fill in the gore.
You fill in the gore, which later they do pay off when the movie shifts from true crime to like a real movie.
Yeah. Oh, you see the gore.
They show you how they die.
Okay.
And then you see the gore and you're like, good, it's good. But in the beginning, they show these 3 people. They were murdered in a cabin in Shelby Oaks, which is an abandoned town.
Okay. The Paranormies.
The Paranormal Paranoids.
Oh, my bad. Paranormal Paranoids.
Get it right. They were, so they show them brutally murdered. They don't know where Riley is. So now everyone's thinking she's dead. But the true crime documentary is pretty much saying, like, my sister is still out there. Mia, the main character who we follow throughout the whole movie, she's saying, my sister is still out there. She's not
Okay.
She's not dead.
So it's as if you were watching a Netflix documentary where this person was like killed, but then they're trying to say that no, she might still be out there. That's the first 35 minutes.
Yeah,
like a mockumentary.
The police are like, she's dead, but then it sets it up like, but her body was never found.
Okay, and then that's like the whole like mystery behind it, and then the sister believes that she didn't die.
And then they show, and it's really cool. What was really effective, they show the last video that Riley took in that cabin. So you hear all the people dying. You hear like brutal murders happening in the other room behind a closed door. So it's just Riley's face. There's a door behind her that's shut, and there's a window. It's all dark out. So then you hear like screaming and like brutal murders,
blood curdling,
right in the background. Then they're like, oh, like we didn't see it the first time we watched it, but a lot of fans are seeing this once they release the tapes. They're seeing stuff in the background. You're talking about
like what she's saying, the chills, how like they call it out. Yeah.
Where it's like, did you see that?
Did you see it?
Like,
like a Nuke's top 5. Yeah. Did you see it?
Did you see it? So they see all that stuff in the background, and then it's like, oh, she could still be out there. Is that the murderer in the video? Like, do we see the man that does it? And then you do see someone looking
that
out the window.
That part was kind of funny to me because like you could see like vaguely a reflection in the window, and they're like, we can clearly tell this is a 6 foot tall white man who did this. I'm like, what? How did you see that?
They usually say that though in those ghost videos. It's like, are you sure? Like, okay.
That's what they were saying. Like, you could see in the window from the recording the kidnapper / murderer.
Which you can, but it's like grainy, and it's like
they make it like
and
that.
And they're like, we didn't see that when we first were looking over the film, and so it was like really cool. I'm like, I'm intrigued now because now I'm looking at this like found footage, and I'm looking in the background, and I'm like, I'm trying.
You're like, wait, can I see a ghost in the background?
Yeah, can I see it? And it's like, it's taking me out of the movie and more putting it into real life. Like that was the scariest part. Was it felt real? Like it felt like I was really watching a true crime documentary. So it was really interesting stuff in the first half.
So how did you feel when it switched over?
And are you going to explain like how it switched? Because I think that's really cool how they handled the transition.
That's what I was thinking. And when we were in the movie, I was thinking like I was getting really into it, and I was like focused and like really like into it. And then I was like wondering, when are we going to switch over, or are we going to switch over? Is this going to be this true crime documentary this whole time?
The whole movie, yeah.
Or when are we switching over? So basically, they show the clip, then they say like, oh, she's still missing. We don't know what's happening. And then it cuts to the people conducting the interview with Mia, her sister.
Yeah, it's like Mia's doing an interview, and she's like, okay, did you guys get everything you needed? And then it's like, yeah, we're good. And then
they wrap up.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. So you see the mockumentary, and then you see it being filmed, and then it takes it from there. That is a really good editing.
So with that said, that's how they set up the story. From this point on, complete spoilers.
Well, given spoiler warning off the top.
The top. But that's pretty much what you see in the trailer.
So what happens? Tell me what happens after this. What happens with the sister? What happens with the mirror, the main sister, whatever her name was? Mia, sorry.
So you see, they wrap up the filming of the last interview of Mia, the main character. They go into now it's a movie. Now it's like there's dialogue between people. It's not just interviews one-on-one. Okay. It's not news clips anymore. Now it's storytelling.
Stylized, totally changed.
Yeah, completely changed. It completely shifted, and you could feel the shift too. Okay. It's more of like, all right, this is the movie now.
It's a tonal change.
Completely.
Even this is like where the like beginning credits roll. Like this is like after they do like the first 30 minutes is like the mockumentary, and then it starts doing the like written by, directed by, like so it's truly like a prologue, and then the credits roll, the opening credits.
So it then goes deeper into the story about how Mia and her sister Riley, when she was younger, that's when they would show her drawing all the stuff. They would show her drawings and say how she would always see.
Sorry,
falling asleep.
You're kind of missing a big part from the shift. Like what happens right when the shift happens.
Oh, I will get into that. Yeah, you could tell because when the tone shifts, it's immediately like we're kicking off. like right away.
Oh, the pacing picks up.
Okay. So I'll say that first then. After the interview closes, they're wrapping up the cameras. They're wrapping up production. The camera that did the interview is still rolling.
Mm-hmm.
There was a doorbell or a knock at the door. Mia opens the door and says, he's like freaking out. He says, I'm sorry. She just let me go. And then she finally set me free. And then in front of her, shoots himself in the head.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's like, whoa, like you're kicking it off. Then the police get called and stuff. But what you see in his hand is the second footage that was never found.
Okay.
That Riley took. So it's it's more found footage, but now it's in the movie aspect where it's the guy that just offed himself now had the footage in his hand. She grabs it so the police don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, if something that traumatic happens, police get called. Everything it kicks off. The police are doing an interview with her. Like, what did he say? Is there anything else? Like, why would this guy do this? So she's like, I'm keeping this from the police because if they see it, that's it. It's case closed. They're gonna drop the investigation. They're no longer gonna look for Riley. But Mia knows that she's out there somewhere. But she's like, I'm keeping this from police because they're gonna drop.
She still doesn't believe that he killed her sister.
Right. She thinks that she's still out there kidnapped by this man, but he's dead. So it's like the police are going to say, oh, done.
But you still think, okay.
So, yeah. So then, jump back to what I was saying before. This is now when they start telling the story about Mia and Riley when they were younger. Riley, the clairvoyant, sensitive one, is drawing all the things she sees in her nightmares, which you see throughout the movie. And it sets up this thing where her mother... Their mother would tell her to write or carve their initials into a tree. That way, if they ever get lost, those initials would lead them back home from the woods.
Okay, is that symbol you have there? Or
no, that is actually the symbol for the scary thing that we'll get into later. Okay. That's the big bad of the movie.
Oh, okay.
The symbol is literally just their initials. It's just an R and an M.
It's just R and M in a heart.
It's not a symbol. Oh, okay.
It's not a symbol. It's just a carving to let them know this is the tree where we were. That's how we get home.
Okay.
So, with that being said, on not every investigation, but one of her last investigations at an amusement park in Shelby Oaks, Riley carves it into a tree. And then she says, this is so, like, Mia would know this. This is for Mia. Like, she would know it. But basically, when Riley was a young girl, she would always have this nightmare or this scary thing where she would see someone from the her second-story window, see these eyes.
Second story.
Yes.
So, like, they're floating or they're not,
Yeah, there's something... It's not someone standing outside stalking her or creeping on her. It's an entity that is showing itself in this window to Riley. So now,
that's creepy.
Every time she would see it, there would be a crack in the window, a little crack, like, and you would see it start slowly growing. That's like her saying, like, it's coming after me. It's trying to get in.
And I guess when the window breaks,
like
it's got her.
Like it's trying to get to her, and the cracking in the window is like symbolic of that creature being there, whatever this thing is. Then they set up.
I'm just gonna
go for it.
As Mia is watching the tape from the guy, she sees in the background of the clip right after she writes the R and the M on the tree and is like, Mia would get it. She sees right behind, like over Riley's shoulder, the entity. Because Mia said that when she was younger, she had seen it once before. So now she's like, this is what I saw. Like, it's back.
Right now I'm getting chills because it was that good. It was like there's this entity that's following Riley. And then they set up that the guy that offed himself and murdered everyone, that he was being used by this entity to get to Riley and pretty much get her. That's why she's still alive. And in the found footage, you see it's not, the audio doesn't pick up because it's like a grainy footage. It's supposed to be like oh, scary, some entities altering the footage. There's no audio, but you see her mouth moving, Riley. And then Mia deciphers it to be saying he's back. The entity is back. The one that she saw when she was younger and had all these nightmares staring at it.
So this is all recorded on the last tape of the guy.
That the police don't see.
When she's mouthing it, is she like, she's just doing the paranormal investigating, right? With the paranoids?
Pretty much. It's more of like, she's saying like, come find me, like, come help me, things like that. So, yeah, it's pretty scary stuff, but it's like, it's still, she's recording her last moments because she doesn't know the extent of what's going on. She's thinking like, some creepy stuff is happening outside. I'm just recording because that's what I know what to do. That's all I've been doing.
Well, my thing
it's
is,
like, why
would she mouth that? Like,
well, it seemed like she was recording, but because, like, you know how, like, with spiritual entities, it, like, messes with electronics? That's kind of, like, the vibe it was. Like, she did say out loud, like, he's back, but with the interference from the entity, there was no audio.
The camera, like, he's back, but the audio cut out. So you just see the mouth moving.
Okay, so I got you.
So it's like she was telling Mia in the footage he's back, but the entity must have corrupted it so Mia wouldn't hear that. But she sees it and deciphers it saying he's back. So then now she knows that Mia is still out there. She then decides
that Riley's still.
Right. Mia knows that Riley is still out there. She then decides, Mia, to go and find her.
In the middle of the night, I might add.
Stupidest thing.
Just randomly, after years of her not being there, she randomly goes in the middle of one night.
There's some in between kind of like boring stuff where she does like investigations on the guy, the kidnapper guy, and like learns about him and does all this investigating to figure out this.
Non-necessary for the plot.
And then she's making notes, but it's like, personally, it's like the notes were so stupid because then she just writes like Shelby Oaks, and I'm like,
what note is that?
Yeah, what note is that? What are you going to tell yourself later? Yeah, like, that makes sense. Like, what?
20 to 30 minutes of just, like, investigation on to the kidnapper guy. But then she decides, middle of the night, it's got to be 2 a.m. I'm going to go to this abandoned prison and find my sister.
And then in the abandoned prison, we get introduced to the first big scary thing, which is a hellhound.
Speaking about hellhound, I think we have a drink coming in before you get into that.
Okay.
It's like,
what would they taste like?
Oh,
wait, never mind.
Hey, it looks like blood. Anyway, so it might be the hellhound's blood. Ooh.
Which
I do. It is a little fizzy.
Ooh, a little Pepsi maybe?
The hellhound shot. It is grenadine, tequila, mixed with a few drops of lemon juice, Coke, and a small drop of Tapatio.
Oh,
hot sauce.
Spicy. Nice.
Right.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a little spicy.
That's a little hellsing in there.
All right. Hellhound drink.
Cheers.
Ooh. Oh my God. Do you got the hot sauce?
I'm getting a little in the back of my throat though, but I don't know if that's the tequila.
No, I'm getting the hot sauce.
Maybe a little
bit?
But whenever I drink hot sauce, like in a drink, it usually isn't on my tongue. It's right to the back of my throat.
No, it's right here. Do you know you don't feel it?
No,
yeah, it's not on my tongue. No, it's not spicy here. I feel it like
here.
Yeah. That was really good. Not even a face or anything. You don't like taste the alcohol that much in my mind.
No, you more feel it like in the back of your throat, but that could just be the hot sauce.
I think it's the hot sauce.
Maybe.
All right, the hellhound shot. So the hellhounds appear in the prison.
In the prison, you see, basically, this is more storytelling.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'll go.
So we find out that there's this abandoned prison that isn't in Shelby Oaks, but I think it's like nearby.
No, that was her last investigation before Shelby Oaks.
Yeah, so there's this prison that they go to and like spooky things happen. And then we find out in the investigation that this is the prison that the kidnapper guy was in for a period of time.
Okay, so yeah, well, this is where it's set up before.
Like he was in prison.
He was in prison.
Okay, not like an abandoned prison.
Due to an electronical error, all of the cells in the very bad wing, like murderers, cannibals, like people that should never see the light of day.
Yeah.
While the prison was operational, this is pre-abandonment, by the way.
This is pre-abandonment.
When the kidnapper guy was there.
Okay.
Right, this is pre-abandonment. All of the cells opened. In the wing, where it's like the worst of the worst people, they deserve prison, they deserve to be there for the rest of their lives, like terrible people, all of the cells open.
Now they're all intermingling with each other.
Everyone, it's a big riot. Like they said, like 10 people, 10 officers died, something like that. A lot of people died there, officers included. Everyone ran out of their cells and was doing this riot, except for this one person. The murderer was standing in his cell, staring out of his cell window, like in the corner, in the back, staring out the window, just smiling. Creepy smile. And his eyes were lit up red.
They also kind of set up that this guy, like, everywhere he goes, he just causes, like, death.
Yeah.
So it's like this guy starts prison at this place, and then, like, a few years later, the prison is completely in disarray, completely abandoned.
He would have been the first one running out of his cell, causing harm.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. So he was just staring out the window, smiling. Then, as Riley, you see the Paranormal Paranoids are doing
Paranormal Paranoids.
They walk past this one cell, and Riley has like a premonition, or she sees something. She looks in that cell and then freaks out, and then has to walk off, and she's leaving. She cannot do it anymore.
Okay.
That was the cell where the guy was in.
The murderer was in. Okay.
And that's what sets up why was the murderer not murdering people in the prison when it was a big riot. It's because the incubus, which we find out that's what the demon creature that is haunting Riley, was using him, like possessed him in a way, was using him to get to Riley.
Okay.
So that's why that was the cell where that happened. So she then freaks out. In the video, you see the number of the cell. So when Mia starts investigating that prison, like, what happened here? Like, how did this? Where is Riley? Where could she have gone? She then goes to that cell. Mia's now in the abandoned prison, alone, by the way.
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, that doesn't make logical sense.
After she just saw a hellhound outside of her home.
Yeah. She didn't have anybody to go with her?
No.
She had a husband, but she like didn't tell him anything.
The husband wasn't believing her, and the husband was like, "You need help. Like, get psychological help." So, personally, I would also say, like, I'm not bringing the husband.
So maybe she does need help.
You
a little bit.
But then, so it's very creepy scenes where it's, of course, abandoned prison. Terrifying. You know, all those Ghost Adventure episodes where it's like the shot of the long, dark hallway.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Terrifying. Especially if you're all alone. Oh, they have
those shots in there. Yeah, I can imagine.
So she's like going around with the camera. She gets to cell 37. She then sees inside. It's completely dark. She then hears like voices or something in the cell. Or like growling, and then a hellhound comes out.
And also, I'm gonna add, there's this like black powder that also like kind of forms a shadow, and then you see like kind of spread all throughout the room. So it almost looks like mold. So it looks like there's these mold spores that just appear once she gets in the cell, and they kind of just appear all over.
This sounds all demonic. So like you were saying, the incubus. So the incubus is a demon.
What is an incubus? Because they said that in the movie, and they showed some clips of like, this is what people think they could be. But I have no idea. Like, I know like incubus, succubus, they're demons.
They didn't really explain what it actually is.
What is that?
The lore, so I knew this from Ghost Adventures, but then I also looked it up here. So an incubus is a male demon in folklore that seeks sexual intercourse with sleeping women. So that's what this says. What I've heard from Ghost Adventures was it actually transforms. So the incubus takes the seed from the man, transforms into a succubus, or vice versa. I think I'm getting that right. And then it plants the seed into the female, giving it a baby. And that's in demonic lore. Also, what you were saying too, powder, like the black powder, very demonic.
Oh, it could be sulfur.
So it could be something
like traces
similar.
Of sulfur because there was a demon right there.
Demon, yeah, exactly. So I think that's what I'm kind of drawing from that. I like that.
So then a hellhound jumps out, just like chasing her now. Now she's back against the cell bars, or the rail bars across from the cell. And then there's this hellhound that's coming out to get her. A creature, you see an arm jut out of the cell and like grabs the hellhound to stop it.
Really?
So the hellhound doesn't kill Mia. The demon just grabs...
Because a hellhound is technically a hired gun, if you want to think about it, for a demon to collect the soul. So maybe her soul wasn't ready to be collected.
Saving her soul?
Yeah. Maybe.
That's probably good foreshadowing for something we'll talk about later. But yeah, so you see that symbol there. That's the symbol of the incubus, which now we know what the demon is.
I don't think we said this earlier, but in the footage from the cabin that the people were killed in and that Riley was kidnapped from, that symbol is like on the door, like in their blood.
The mean symbol, the bad guy.
So that's why people were like, that was the found footage where people were like, what could this symbol mean? Is it like a cult? Is it like like this group a gang that causes harm?
That's going around.
Also, throughout some of Mia's drawings, it's like almost in the shadow, like it's not like the drawing, but it's a part of the drawing is that symbol.
In a cool like optical illusion.
She draw like sticks that are in the ground in that symbol. Like the sticks are planted into the ground in that symbol.
It's the sign of the incubus demon.
Yes. So then after the prison, she's then like, I'm set on going to Shelby Oaks. This is more than just a murderer.
Well,
this is a demon.
Once she got attacked by a demon, I guess you could say, okay, this is more.
Well, I would have went home.
She has guts to steal, you know? Like, I don't understand.
Just saying, if you went missing, I'm waiting until 6 a.m. You know what I mean?
Go
like,
in the morning. Go with a flashlight with a group of people. Yeah, don't go by yourself.
We're going at sunup. When the sun is bright, I don't need my flashlight because there's sun.
Yeah.
Also, wouldn't you think, like, if she was kidnapped or whatever, like, you could be kidnapped too by the same group of people that you don't know? Like,
bring a gun.
Yeah, like, is there any
like
survival instinct?
I would bring like many knives.
She didn't bring a gun, but she did have 2 flashlights in the car. Because in the prison, her flashlight dies, and she grabs her backup flashlight from the glove box.
I don't even think I have a flashlight other than my phone, but she has 2 flashlights. Okay.
But also, what you also never see, which I want to see in more horror movies, using the flashlight on your phone. Because that would be the thing people do.
I see it in a lot of like low budget horror movies, though, for some reason.
But I want to
make it more
high budget because like that's more realistic.
Well, it makes it more. Yeah, I guess they try to make it realistic, and that's how they do it. They're like, okay, I'm gonna.
I will say though, I feel like a lot of horror films. I feel like it's hard to set a horror film in modern days because, like, if you had the technology, you're gonna use the technology. Where it's like back in. I don't know, let's just say like with The Conjuring back in the, 60s, 70s, 80s, you don't have all this technology to actually catch anything. Phone. Like, where if you had technology, it's so easy to disprove things. So it's like, why am I going to set my demon movie in 2025 where if something happened, it's on everybody's phone?
It's on TikTok already.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but tangent, I want to see that more in horror movies where they use the technology that they have to do it instead of like, pulling out an EMF or like, I got my analog camera that is so grainy. It's like, I want to like film on 4K on your iPhone with the flashlight.
But then it would look too much like a movie.
That's
then it brings it away from the reality.
You're not that scared. But
it's kind of the uncanny valley. You could say it's an uncanny valley of what is to 4K and what is to found footage.
And that's where I want to do an episode in the future of analog horror because there's this whole genre that's arising. Where it's old analog like cameras and all that stuff, analog horror, where it's that grainy, it's that like not found footage, but more of like grainy, like old stuff.
Yeah, it's like kind of like the back rooms is kind of, I know it's kind of expanding from analog horror, but I feel like where it started, it was kind of like.
Do you think how the Victorian era became scary because we're so far out of it and those ghosts are what we think about it? That's kind of what's happening to the 80s. And we're just experiencing it. It's kind of like the 80s are becoming the Victorian horror.
I'll talk more about that when we do an episode on it, but 100%. Back in the 80s, you went to the Victorian era or like 60s for scary stuff.
The black gown where like people were like the widow. Like you would picture that and you're like, oh, that's horrifying.
Now we're going to the 80s. Because that is so far removed from what we're doing. But so she then goes to Shelby Oaks. She finds the cabin. So this is an abandoned town.
Yeah, so it's like she pulls up to the gate and she's going to have to like break in basically.
Yeah.
To the town or to the house?
Yeah, the town. It was like it wasn't like a full town. It was almost like Richmond Town on Staten Island.
Yeah.
It's like that, where it's like kind of just like
the main road is blocked by something. You can get in, but if you want to drive,
it's just kind of like a couple of blocks. So it's not like a big giant town.
So she pulls up, she walks up to the house, and there's an old woman seemingly living in that house.
She like gets out of her car. House. She's like walking, and this lady's like, "Oh, hello, can I help you with anything?" And the girl's like, "You live here? Like, I thought this place was abandoned." And the old lady's like, "Yeah, I've lived here my whole life." And she's like, "Do you want to come in?" And I'm like,
"No, don't
go in."
She then goes in.
Okay, yeah, horror movie. Yeah,
because now she's not alone, and it's still the middle of the night, so it's like,
what do you mean she's not?
She has a little bit more courage woman? Now.
Yeah, right. That's alone. But
horror
stranger danger.
Apparently not.
So she goes in, and like I mentioned before, the kind of mold, there is literally black spots
everywhere. So
all
if
over
this woman
is
living there, she's living in terrible conditions.
Is the demon there? Am I rushing it? Because if that could be the sign of the demon as well, all the black spots.
Yes, the demon is there. So then
sorry, I'm just gonna say before we get to, she comes into this house that looks like it's riddled with mold, and the lady goes, "Do you want a snack?" I don't want anything from your house, lady.
Eat especially.
Do you have a gas mask? Because I don't want to be breathing this in, let alone eating anything in here. But yes,
she's like in the house, and Mia is kind of interrogating her, like, "Oh, you live here by yourself?" And she's like, "No, I live here with my son," and stuff like that. And then she's like, "Oh, where's your son?" She hears footsteps upstairs, and she's like, "Oh, is that your son? Is he upstairs?" She goes, "No, he's right behind you," which I was freaking out.
Once you hear that,
like, running.
I feel like what I kind of liked, it wasn't the horror movie trope where he was literally standing behind her. It was just a picture of him was behind her.
That picture?
That's actually good, because I was thinking it's the ghost or the demon behind her.
No.
Even invisible,
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh my God. Because like low-key, I will admit it, I was kind of dozing off in the movie theater. Because once it shifted from the documentary, I was like,
it really got, even though it's faster paced, it went downhill.
It did go downhill, just because it was like, it was a horror movie at that point. We've seen hundreds of those.
It was kind of like a basic, typical horror movie.
So like you were saying before, I have up right here, Mike Flanagan did this horror film. Like you're saying, like every other horror film. Here's a list of what he did.
Yeah.
Dr. Sleep, A Haunting of Bly Manor, A Haunting of Hill House, Oculus, Hush, Gerald's Game. I mean, he's literally the horror guy of this generation, in my mind.
Dr. Sleep was great. Which was that was a Stephen King.
Ewan McKellen, right? What's the
Yeah, that's the Obi-Wan guy from
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's the continuation of The Shining. Little known.
Dr. Sleep is?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be him grown up.
Isn't The Shining like the guy like, "Here's Johnny"?
Yes.
Oh, really? I never got a chance to watch it fully.
So yeah, The Shining is like, that's a power. It's like clairvoyance, like the shine. Mm-hmm. The little kid has the shine when he's grown up in Dr. Sleep. Now he has like the shine. There's other creatures there that like feed off the shine. So
I did not think Dr. Sleep would be that. So this guy basically, he's not only doing independent Mike Flanagan, he's doing like, he's giving handed like The Shining's sequel. That's some
big
good
stuff. Big stuff.
Right, so that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, we'll go back into Shelby Oaks, where the picture, the son, is the guy in the prison, the murderer.
Okay.
So that like ties it together.
So it's a son and a mother duo kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah. So then obviously Mia is kind of like, oh crap, like this is the guy that I know kidnapped my sister that I know is now dead. So obviously I know he does not live here. So she's like, oh, actually, old lady, I would love a snack. Can you get me a snack? So then the lady goes, and she starts rummaging around, and this is where she finds the creepiest photo album of all time. There's all pictures of Riley, like literally like chained up, pictures of her, like, I don't want to say being tortured, but being like held against her will.
Yeah,
so
just terrible
is the mother
situation.
a part of it? That's what I want to know.
Yes. So you find out
in this photo album.
In this photo album,
there are pictures of Riley pregnant.
Oh.
She has a baby.
Just like I said before, how the incubus goes pregnates the succubus. Okay.
So that was good foreshadowing. Well, not foreshadowing, but like the story of an incubus.
Like that's probably why she was kidnapped, kind of thing. You would have gathered it. Okay.
Yes. So then she finds Riley, who's now not pregnant, but you see a baby that is born.
It's a little barbarian vibes. In the basement, there's like a cell. And she finds...
with like stirrups and stuff, so...
Yeah,
like
and then
OBGYN kind of thing.
they find Riley locked up there. That scene was really creepy because it's like all black down there, and then just like in the background distance, you could just see the two like pinprick
the incubus
eyes in the background.
But that's all you see, though, right? They keep it very mysterious, which is good.
But what I really like, and we'll talk about it later, you do see the demon in the photos when she was seeing, how we were saying before, at the amusement park investigating. Mia sees the thing in the footage.
How do you, because like you watched the movie in theaters,
it.
obviously. I couldn't watch it because I didn't go to theaters.
Mm-hmm.
How did you go back and see it? Because there's no rewind. So did they reference it again?
No,
did they make sure they showed you?
Yeah, they
show
kind of
it, yeah.
like flash to things a few times also.
Okay, so they pointed out to you.
Yeah, they make it
like the things that you need to see. It's not like some other horror films. Like I know The Conjuring.
Haunting of Hill House, for example.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff in the background. It's not like that. It's like they're telling you like, look at this part.
I like
oh, this is in the background, and then when she sees it in the background, it's like this was in the background.
It glows, kind of like
this.
Psych, how he sees the thing. Yeah,
it flashes like this is what you saw.
Yeah. Okay, that's good though. I mean, because not a lot of people know, like, or not a lot of people on the first take will see it, so it's good that they do it. Because especially theatrical.
They make sure to show you.
Yeah.
So then,
so they Riley's found. They try to leave. The sister Mia is like, "Come on, Riley, we're leaving."
Because now you're upstairs in the house of the.
Now they're in the regular house, and then they're about to exit the door, and Riley turns around, runs upstairs.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh no!" At this point, I'm like, "You're an idiot. Your sister's long gone. Get out of there."
Yeah, it's like, all right.
Call the police because now you know she's alive.
I leaned to Matt and I said, "I'm out of there if that's me. I'm not
gone.
going back for
No
you."
way.
That is true though. Why didn't she just leave, call the police, have them investigate? Why did she feel like she needed to get her?
I believe she had texted her husband, like, track my location. Or it was kind of hard to see. I will say that was a little bit difficult to see. But she texted someone something, and I think she might have said like,
Shelby Oaks or something.
"Come get me" or something, because she says to the old lady at one point like the police are on their way. So I think she did that, but it was very difficult to read the phone on like a big movie screen.
Yeah.
What happened? So what happened after she runs?
So
back
she
inside?
runs upstairs. Then you find out there was a baby.
Mhm.
Right now,
She was pregnant. Now she's not.
Now the old woman is also there, doing some sort of incantation,
a ritual.
Where
Always
she's
a
doing,
ritual.
like blood-letting something.
Yeah,
where
she like cuts her arm
arm.
and
She
like
cuts
She
her
blood
wrist.
lets herself.
onto the baby.
She's doing a blood thing.
Okay.
So now she's died. She's basically making this. They tell you this in the movie, but the baby is now like the Antichrist.
Oh, is it like a body for the incubus kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I like the fact that I like a lot of witch movies. So like this, it's giving weapons.
It's giving.
basically.
It is. Yeah,
I said that at one point.
You said that because it's more of like ritualistic. Like they're doing these rituals for the incubus.
All right. So how did the movie end after?
So this ending, I kind of like the ending. Kind of wrapped it up fast, but they're doing the incantation. She succeeds. The baby is now the Antichrist. I forget, but the woman dies because like she, cut herself.
The old woman, yeah.
The old woman
obviously.
dies.
Yeah, because she was doing the bloodletting cult worship. Yeah.
So the police arrive. They get Riley out.
I feel like this part they kind of do like a time jump, but don't say they do. Like we see the incantation, we see the baby, and then it's like we're back in like the hospital. I think it cuts to.
Yeah.
Well, that's smart because you don't want to see.
So Riley's now in the hospital, like reviving, like she's getting better.
Riley and the baby are together, and then her sister's with their happy.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So now Riley is living with
This can't be the end.
Mia again. Then they said this in the beginning. It's kind of like a little side story. Mia and her husband were having trouble having a baby.
It's like they were trying to have a baby, but then the sister went missing.
So now it's
like they kind of. It seemed like there was infertility, and they kind of just never
pursued
never
it
gonna
anymore.
go. So it's like she always said she wanted to have a child, but now with this whole sister thing, it's like I'm not really
Feeling
in the mood. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not trying to have a baby now. Mia and Riley are in her house at the end. everything's like happy now because Mia now has a child that she can raise, and it's like,
with her sister, kind of. It's her as an aunt. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's still out of it, kind of. Then the Mia's like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" The baby starts crying. Something happens outside, so Mia goes downstairs.
Oh.
Then the baby starts crying. Riley looks over to the baby. In our heads, watching the movie, we're like, something's about to happen.
Yeah.
Riley knows that the baby is the Antichrist.
Oh.
Riley is like, this is the embodiment of the terrible things that just happened to me.
That have been happening to me for 12 years, basically.
She then looks at the pillow.
And put two and two together, literally.
Grabs the pillow, and then she's going to smother the baby. Mia then comes upstairs.
Not gonna lie. I was sitting there, I was like, same.
Get rid of it.
You are saying it is the Antichrist.
Like, that this is a devil baby now, like...
Yeah. And then there's a scene where Mia's trying to stop Riley, and Mia's like, "Stop, what are you doing?" And she's like, you don't know. And then she's like, "I know my sister's not a murderer." And for me, I was like, you haven't seen your sister in 12 years. You don't know half of what she's been through.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't know if she's a murderer or what happened
exactly.
to her. Yeah.
You don't know if she's not a murderer now. Like, things change. She's been through
Mia's perspective, even not thinking this baby is possessed or whatever, this baby clearly came from force. Like, Riley was not happily pregnant. So, even from that perspective, you could kind of understand the PTSD of, like,
why you wouldn't want to be really sleeping next to this baby, even if it's not an incubus. Like, that, like, is the embodiment of the trauma that she's been through. So, like, it's understandable not wanting to be in the same room as this baby as a reminder.
But also the fact that it's an embodiment of a demon is understandable to kill it. Because it is killing the baby.
There's two things.
It's a demon.
Yes, it is bad to kill the baby.
So she kills the baby.
She's trying to kill the baby.
Oh,
Mia and Riley then have a altercation. She's trying to stop her. You see the window start cracking.
To show that the demon is there.
The demon is there. So then you see the window cracking. You're like, oh my God, it's not over. Mia then, during the altercation, Mia pushes Riley, and then Riley falls out the window. Splat.
Does she purposely push him knowing she's going to do that? Or because the crack is in the window, she pushed her to get off and it kind of fell through? Alluding to the demon killed
like that.
Her. Yeah, okay.
So the demon kind of killed Riley in a way.
In a sense. I got you.
Then as she's down there, you see the demon now, like, through the window. You see Mia standing facing out the window. Like, the camera's looking through the window. Mia standing there. You see the incubus demon behind her. Full horns, full eyes.
Yeah.
Then a hellhound comes and brutally attacks.
3 hellhounds come.
3 hellhounds.
Really?
Rip Riley apart.
Ooh.
So you're thinking, like, why would the demon never really wanted Riley?
It must have wanted...
Then you see Mia's eyes start glowing
with
the incubus. So then it cuts back to, like, this thing saying the incubus was using the guy to get to Riley.
To get to...
No. The incubus was using Riley to get to Mia. That's like the twist.
That's like the twist.
Yeah, there was a line pretty early in the movie that I think Mia says in reference to the kidnapper guy being like, the demon is using this guy to get to my sister. So then, like Matt said, the twist is like that guy was used to get to Riley, and then Riley was used to get to Mia.
So the incubus was really after Mia the whole time. And even when when Riley would see the incubus outside the window at night, the whole play of that demon was never to get to Riley.
It was to get
It was to use Riley to get to Mia.
My question is, so that's the end of the movie, right?
Yeah, it ends with the eyes, and then it like fades to black.
So, before I
glowing eyes.
Do you think the demon was trying to get to her, or was trying to raise the Antichrist?
Go ahead.
I did not say this to Matt. Pretty early in the movie, like after the line referencing the he was using this to get to Riley the whole time, I kind of was like, I don't think so. I did clock it. I was like, I think he's trying to get to Mia. And I do think, like you said, he was trying to get somebody to raise the Antichrist, and which is set up pretty early in the movie also, that
Because Mia
really wanted a baby and was having the infertility struggles, that it used Riley to have the baby.
It's a master chess move from the demon.
Yes.
Yeah.
To get to raise the baby.
So this is the movie where the demon won. Like,
demon
he did
wins.
everything right.
Yeah.
He got his plan perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, because
Okay, that's cool, actually.
like you said, it ends with like Mia's holding the baby, looking out the window, and in my interpretation, she's realizing in that moment, like, oh, this is the Antichrist, but I'm keeping it. Like, this is my baby now.
And then that's why the incubus, like, it's not smiling in the background, but in my mind, like, it's
won.
like, it won, it knows it's won, it's standing behind her, like, this is what I wanted.
Similar
I got
to
what
with
I wanted.
the old lady, it does kind of start to like grow a little
In
bit
power.
again. So it's like,
Yep.
like in my mind, Mia clocks, oh, the demon wanted me the whole time. Now I have the demon's baby that I'm keeping and raising as my own. Oh well.
Well, theoretically, does she know that it's a demon baby? Because if she doesn't, then you could say she's raising the kid and no one's the wiser. You know?
I think she figured it out, but because it was more of like after the ritual, you saw the baby's eyes glow, and that's like our indication that something happened. But I don't know if Mia noticed it or clearly Riley noticed it because she was like, "Let's get rid of this thing."
Exactly. Yeah.
In my interpretation, Mia figures it out and wanted a baby so bad she just doesn't even care.
But you don't really see that at the end. You just see her holding the baby and then the demon behind her. That was great.
I love how the demon got what it wanted. You never see that. So I'm definitely gonna watch the movie now because
for sure.
I tried once you brought it up that we were gonna do this. I tried to get it everywhere: Amazon Prime, HBO Max. You look it up now. I swear to God, you can't stream it anywhere. It's only for theatrical release. But once it comes out, I'm definitely gonna watch it. So stay on the lookout for it.
I swear I saw that it was streaming, but no. Every time I'm seeing, it's just Showtimes.
Okay, and also while they're looking to see if it is streaming, I do want to bring up the guy behind all of this is a YouTuber, and coming from a spot where like we are kind of starting out on YouTube, it is really inspirational to see that he got a horror movie made from the ground up. He kickstarted this whole project, and he got enough funding, and he did it all.
Yeah, so it's not on streaming yet, but maybe it will be.
The reason is because, like I said, the YouTuber his name is Chris Stuckmann. And if you go on his channel, you could actually see how he made the movie. I'm looking it up right now. You could see like how Shelby Oaks was made, the world premiere news, episode 1 pre-production. So like you could see how it's all made and everything. And I just think that's really inspirational because like we said, maybe one day we can make a movie just as good as Shelby Oaks.
Yeah,
maybe even better. But yeah, so definitely check out Chris Stuckmann because I've seen a lot of his stuff beforehand, like his movie reviews. Maybe like he's
a YouTube critic. And what's cool, we were talking about this before, but they featured YouTubers such as like Chills and Sir Spooks.
It's
in
a
the
homegrown
movie.
thing. It feels like
great.
I like.
I feel like that's him saying like
a nod,
showing his roots of like, hey, you do like reviews of spooky videos. I do reviews of spooky movies. It's like that's where he came from. In the movie business. He was originally a YouTube.
All right, so how do you want to close this out?
All right, so I'm going to rank it. I guess I'll just do a solo rank. Colleen, you can also rank it too. So first, I'll say overall, I'm giving it an 8, right? Great movie. It was spooky. A lot of like the cliche horror movie tropes, obviously, at the end. But if I'm going to split it up to the first half with the mockumentary type, 10 out of 10, 100%, a great form, like a great style to tell one of these horror movies, because you don't really see that often, and he did it so well with the writing and the directing for this, found footage. That part, 10 out of 10, and then the second half in the movie, like a 7 out of 10. Okay. So that'll bring it to like an 8.
So you're averaging the 2 parts of a 10 and a 7 to make it.
Yeah, like roughly. We'll get to 8.
And it's not. I'm not going to give a score. It's not fair. But from what you said, I would probably give it something similar. Probably
on a scale of 1 out of 10, if you would watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it now. So I'm going to say it's a 9.
A 9.
A 9 of
a 9
not
will watch.
Yeah, not review. It's a 9 of I would watch it. I'm going to go out of my way to stream it or buy it or rent it or something.
Yeah. What about you, Colleen? Rank it.
Yeah.
I think I'm on a pretty similar wavelength as you. I think I would maybe give it a 7 overall. I think it was scary to me, but I kind of find anything that has jump scares scary.
That's the classic movie trope, horror movie trope, you know?
Yeah, that's just like what gets me scared. I think I would have given this like a much higher score if, like you said, it was that mockumentary type throughout the whole movie. Like, I would love there to be a horror movie that is filmed and set up like a documentary, because I feel like we've done the found footage before. There's like 10 Cloverfield is like a found footage.
A lot of
Blair
found footage.
Witch, like
That's
those are
original.
found footage. I think that's a really unique genre. I think it's cool, but I feel like having it set up like a documentary was just so cool at the beginning, because it's like, I don't know. I love documentaries like normally.
Yeah.
So I feel like having a horror film where the scares and everything are set up through that.
Do you think it made it more realistic by starting it out like that? Or because if
I
it
agree.
wasn't
I
there,
think
you
so.
would be like, oh, it's just another.
I feel like for me that pulled me in more than like other horror films do. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like when we saw The Conjuring, the last rites, the prelude was kind of boring to me. I was like, we know this is a ghost movie. No offense, Judy. I don't care about you getting engaged.
Get into it.
Yeah.
Just get to the scares. Like, I'm not here to
feel it.
learn. Like, I know that it was like a conclusion to their story, so it was kind of like
A heartfelt
wrapping
send-off.
things up.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
But at the same time, like, we know what we're all here for.
I'm
We're
here
here
for
for the
a horror
ghosts.
Why are we know what you're ordering at a diner?
I wish I had lasagna. Like, I don't care.
I was kind of just like, let's just get to it. Like, it was
Yeah.
a little bit slow for that movie, where this one, since it started right off the bat, like documentaries, there aren't prelude. It starts right off the bat. These people went missing. What happened?
Right. And it tells it in like a timeline. So it's not like, oh, we know everything that happened. It's like, this happened, and then this information came out, then this information came out. And it's like,
It's
that's
unfolding
telling.
with you.
Yes.
I
So it's
love
like,
documentaries because
awesome.
of how they do it. Like, for example, what was it? The catfish one that recently came out on Netflix. The high school catfish one.
Okay.
That documentary.
Oh, with the mother?
It had the biggest plot twist
Wait,
ever.
that mother one, right?
and
Yes.
It's like,
Did
it's
you not
like,
see that?
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's
I
like-
saw it on TikTok,
that's a big
where everyone
spoiler.
hated
Oh,
the
that
mother.
big spoiler. I was watching with Carrie, and she already knew it. Basically, I don't know, like we could
it's
say
like this whole
spoiler.
catfish where like this young teen girl was basically getting like death threats and bullied by this. They thought it was like peers. They were trying to figure it out. It was like this 2-3 year long thing, like investigation, being like, who is doing this? And then so the whole time it's like, this person was her bully. So we went through this, and it's like, oh, it's this person, it's this person. It's like, but we checked her phone and it wasn't her. So this whole time they're building it up, building
3
it up,
years.
like 2-3 years. Then we get to the twist, and it's like, we found this phone number. This phone number was repeated. We tracked the phone number. It was her mom. And you're just like,
What?
The one that was working with them to find this person the whole time.
That's crazy.
It really is a twist.
But if they told you that in the beginning, you would be like, oh, okay.
Exactly, but
So
they're
they-
actually
they
saying they somehow made it like
Yeah.
a
it was
story.
amazing. Like, a lot of documentaries I watch, I know the ending. Like, if I'm watching a true crime one, like, I know Ted
Yeah,
Bundy's
you
a
know it.
serial killer. I know he goes to jail at
Yeah,
the end. Like,
it's like, okay.
but that one I didn't know the story. So, like, there was truly a plot twist.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I would love for there to be a horror film that uses that to,
whole
like,
time.
the whole movie. Like, a true mockumentary.
The Brothers Jin first film.
I know. I want to
See.
do that. Like,
That'd be cool.
I would love to do like a found footage film, or any film really, but found footage
Yeah.
is probably realistic.
Yeah.
Go to the Pine Barrens, the Jersey Devil. We should do it. Start a Kickstarter. You never know. That's why I said
Hey.
inspiration. All right, so that was
Okay.
another good podcast.
Yeah.
We could finish it out with what is that one?
The Tonkriri Jin.
Yeah, but it's not. See, so when we were at my house, my uncle was saying it's not Tom Query or Tom Quarry. It's
Tankery?
Tankery.
Really?
We've been saying it wrong the whole time.
Oops.
So I don't know, but
Well, now Tonkriri Jin.
Tankery.
Well,
Oh yeah,
me
let's
not
not.
be
No,
rude.
let's do this one because that has
Oh.
spices in it.
oh right.
Yeah, that has the tapatio.
Oops.
That's good. That's good. I don't
That's
want too
good.
much.
Not so much. Not so much.
Not to close it out. So yes, don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and please leave some comments because we always love to like respond to what you guys think about our podcast too. Cheers.
Cheers.